Hello again, folks. So today I would like to talk about time, specifically how slow and how nice it is when you're a NEET or when you've gone away from, your wagey cagey. And it's hard to think that it's been not even 6 months since I quit my job and started relaxing and living, the retired life, right? The NEET life. And just the personal growth, the physical growth, just like everything, it's just been absolutely incredible, and something I missed a lot from my 20s before I took the wagey cagey pill. And I would like to say that if I understand a lot of people are in a pretty bad spot, and if you have a family, you don't really have a choice. You kind of are forced into working, forced into the cagey and having to deal with it. But if you can get into a position where you're able to retire early, able to get on disability, do whatever, stop paying taxes to single mothers, right? If you can get into that position and live your life a little bit better, you will reap the benefits. A lot of people are going to doom post on 4chan because they're depressed, schizophrenic, psychopaths, but if you do it right, if you NEET properly and still have a daily schedule, still have things you do, still produce things and have things that give you innate value, the slowdown of time and the amount and how much richer and better your life feels. It's like being a noble in medieval times almost, where these wages live these short, meaningless little blips of time, and you're lording over them, milling about and getting to enjoy your own fruitful endeavors, right? And really, I was waging for a couple of years, and the speed at which time felt like it passed, you basically have no time at all if you're living a wagey. For those of you that aren't full-time employees at any point in time in your life, God bless you, but your schedule feels like something like this, spend 12 hours going to work and getting back and doing the basic chores that need to be done, do that, sleep for 8 hours, maybe you can spend 4 hours playing a video game, repeat that 5 times, and then you're so exhausted on the weekends you sleep on the weekends. And for me, I was working a pretty intense job, so I had 60, 80-hour weeks sometimes, so a lot of that was literally work, sleep for 5, 6 days, 7 days straight, sometimes that for 13 days straight, sleep on the weekend and then go and do it again, right? And I'm a hardcore guy. Whatever I do, if I'm going to do something, I put everything into it. And working was just one of those things, right? And so if you exist in that kind of a life, you're going to feel time just slip on by ridiculously fast, and you don't get to enjoy a lot of the moments. There's no smelling incense every morning. There's no enjoying your coffee near a rainy window and relaxing, right? There's no listening to the passersby and wondering what their lives are like, what these people are doing, There's no cuddling up with your waifu pillow for the day just because you feel like it and not really getting anything done. Those are good days too, as long as they're not every single day, right? Anything in moderation. And, your time is so short on this world, right? If you're someone that's probably not going to get a family, someone that's going to fail as far as relationships and romance goes, right? If it's probably not going to work for you as far as, having a romantic partner or all of those things goes, the best type of life you can probably get, the highest form of happiness you're going to be able to get, is probably going to be at a place where you can do whatever you want every single day of your life and live at least somewhat free from all the obligations of society and all the obligations of other people, right? And just being able to sit down every day and just do you. It's so refreshing and so nice, especially, I'm 6 months in at this moment, I'll report back after a year. I'm gonna at least NEET until, the next election, probably. I'll see, depending on who wins, if I want to go back into the workforce or not at that point. If I want to give them my tax dollars or if I'm bored enough, I'll see. But probably for all of next year, I'm going to be doing this at least and just relaxing. Just because I can. And, I'm young and I want to, young enough, I should say. and I want to like live the best possible life I can and accumulate as much potential happiness as I can. And that involves slowing down and enjoying life. And time passes so fast when you're a wagey, man. Weeks just blend together and you don't even really get anything, especially when you're not coming home to like a wife and child. Like, I don't want to wish that on anyone where you go work, your 40, 60, 80 hour week. You come home and all you have to greet you is like your waifu pillow. Like, that's absolutely soul crushing. So you part-time bros are probably doing it right. If I'm going to go back to work, it's probably going to be part-time, maybe something physical to help build up the muscle. I don't know, at some point, maybe sometime around 2025, maybe I'll do that. I'll see how I feel about things. Right now I'm enjoying just relaxing, and I want to at least until maybe if, depending on how the 2024 election goes, maybe I'll contribute somewhat. And if it goes bad, maybe I'll just spend the next election cycle being a NEET, and then I'll see, because I can choose whether or not to devote my earn tax dollars for the government or anything that I really want to do, right? And you need to get into that position, and, however you can. Like, at the end of the day, life's too short to worry about trying to hold this system up anymore. And being able to escape, too, from politics and all of this other random garbage that's going around these days, like, everything is collapsing around you. Your hobbies are going to be desecrated, period. Everything you enjoy is going to be run through the gutter. So, have the things you enjoy, have a backup of all the things you enjoy, have that ready, and then be very selective with what you give your attention to and what you give your time to, because at the end of the day, that's really what matters in this world. Like, the $60 for Starfield or whatever garbage people are, shilling out now, whatever goy slop people are consuming, that's not what's going to impact the culture, what's going to change things. What's going to change things is the things you post about on social media, the things you talk about, the things you're trying to get your friends to play, right? And that's really how you make a difference, is trying to get people into things that are, isolated, that are not part of this global homo conglomerate, And best of luck to you. Hopefully you make decisions that are morally right in your own heart, and you continue to follow them. And if you will, you won't have any regrets. And for most of us, it wasn't going to work out anyways, right? If you're watching this, probably it wasn't going to work out for you as far as relationships go, as far as being normal or fitting into society. So, try and find the best happiness that you possibly can.